Today I've got the Browncoat Tactical EDC belt. This belt is actually on loan to me from a friend. He gave it to me to check out and try out and do a review of. I've had it way too long, finally getting around to the review, so I apologize for that. Before I get into this belt, a quick little primer on belts. I've done a couple other belt videos, and in those videos I always show this belt. This is the belt that I wore to my concealed carry class. This was before I really knew about belts. At the time, I thought this was my substantial stiff belt because it looked pretty stiff. It's a big, thick, I thought it was a big, thick, beefy belt. It seemed pretty stiff, and however, this thing can be balled up. It is anything but stiff. If you have some type of thing where you need to carry some weight, like say a gun, something like this is just not going to cut it. It's going to be floppy. It's just not strong enough. It's going to stretch. It's going to get out of shape. It just does not carry the weight of something heavy like a gun. So get a quality belt, whether it be something like this one, whether it be a reinforced leather belt, whatever it is, get a quality belt if you're going to carry a gun, if you have something that needs to do some load carrying. So that's my little primer on that. Get that out of the way. All right, back to the belt. This is the EDC belt from Browncoat Tactical. Browncoat is a husband and wife company, I believe out of Louisiana. Their stuff is all made in the USA. This one has the Raptor buckle, which is similar to the Cobra buckle, but I think this one is a little bit smaller and also made in the USA as opposed to elsewhere that the Cobra buckle is. The price on this is $60 is the base price. Comes in 4 colors, black, gray, coyote, OD, and then there's some of the cryptic camouflage patterns. You can also get a couple different options, either the coyote lining here, or you can get it in black. You can get an option with a D-ring. All of those add just a little bit extra money, but $60 is the base price, and they say that the shipping is about 2 to 3 weeks from the time you order it. You can see that the big thing about this belt compared to that other little floppy jobber that I had is that it is nice and stiff. So if you're going to carry a gun, it's going to be a lot better for that. You know, this is a fully loaded gun, and if I put it on here, look at that, nice and stiff, no problem. So it's just going to, having a quality belt like this, the weight is going to be much more dispersed evenly around you than if you have just a leather belt that has really no strength or reinforcement to it. The belt overall is really high quality, as most Made in America stuff seems to be. On the inside here, there's the Browncoat Tactical label, Made in America. The stitching is all very nice. There's even the ends, nicely finished. The end here is folded over. It's a 2-layer belt. Both sides rolled over and then kind of stitched and glued right here. So it's very nice quality. Let me show you now how this belt works when you put it on. One of the things that I just don't care for as much with this belt is that it's a little complicated to get on. I'm used to wearing simple belts like my Wilderness Tactical belt, which is just, it's all one piece. However, this belt you have to disassemble to get on. So you take this, you have to take the buckle, one of the buckle ends off. Once you get that off, you set it aside. You can then feed this through your belt loops. And then once you get it around here, you take the end, which is really pretty long, pull it through, reassemble the belt, put the buckle back on, make sure you get it the correct way. There we go. And then, once it's back on, you can buckle it and then tighten it down by pulling on the loose end of the strap, like that. This then has a Velcro piece on it, that long on the end, that you then feed through your belt loops and can Velcro on. The Velcro goes really a long way around, as you can see. And so there is the belt on. It's very comfortable. The buckle is not really going to go under the radar compared to obviously like a leather belt, but if it's the look you're going for, it's a nice look. One of the issues, aside from the sort of hassle getting it on that I've seen some people talk about, is that this piece here, this strap that you feed through, can be difficult if you have, depending on the kind of holster you have. The holster I have has these little J hooks that I just pull out and I can snap it right over my belt and then loosen it up and take it back off. However, if you have a holster that has fixed clips, it's a little bit more tricky because you either have to feed these through those clips somehow, or I suppose alternatively you could just put the belt the other way, but then if you have a magazine carrier that is going to have the same problem with those fixed clips, you're going to have to feed that through as well. Other scenarios that I've seen that you can do with that is I've seen some people take this and tuck it into their pants like that. But I think one of the downsides with that, as much as it's easier for this part around, is that I think you get a little bit more stability on the belt with this being pulled and being pulled around to the side. I think it's just tugging the buck a little bit more. I think it's going to keep it just a little bit more snug as far as that goes. And then taking it off and do that, you again have to take the buckle off and then pull it off and put this back together before you put it back in your closet so that you don't lose it. And then you're back to where you started. Let's see if we can time how long this takes. I'm going to time this compared to my Wilderness Tactical belt. Ready, go. And it's going. All right, disassemble it. And I'm going to even try and rush through this a little bit so I don't seem like I'm cheating the matter. Disassemble it, feed it through. Done. 18 seconds. This sometimes seems to get stuck. Okay, done. 1 minute and 5 seconds. And getting it off. I'm not even sure getting it off is going to be worth timing, but for the heck of it, ready, go. Five seconds. Come on, come on, come on. I wouldn't do well with this in a competition. Okay, done. 33 seconds. So my overall thoughts on the belt is that it is a really high quality belt. It's made really well, it's finished really well, there's lots of great color options, and I appreciate that it's made in the United States. However, that said, I always feel like I'm in a rush. I feel like I'm in a rush getting dressed in the morning, going to work, and, well, not in a rush when I come home, but I always feel like I'm hurried. And as much as it's an extra 45 seconds or so, 30 to 45 seconds getting it on and off, for me it's just a little bit too much of a hassle. I appreciate the simple or don't have to take it apart design of the Wilderness Tactical or many of the other that have this same type of thing. It's a great buckle, it's a great belt if you like the Raptor or the Cobra buckles. It's a nice design, it's definitely a little bit more overt. So if you like that, check it out because it's a really nice quality belt, but for me, I just prefer the simpler design. That's all I gotta say about it. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.